guys, and welcome to Red Sky Part 2. We're just where we left off, trapped on this stairwell, trying to move up to the upper floors to gain an advantage. I decided to draw my pistols and try and get up with something smaller than a rifle. I see two other members of our team on this side and try and get them to go up with me as we try and take this player out. One takes the forward position and starts firing immediately, giving away that we're actually coming up. It gives me a good idea of where the player is situated. My gas pistols decide not to work right now, so I'm having to go back from a rifle. There was a ricochet onto the camera. He was actually just shooting just above my head.
Guys, what stairwell have we pushed to?
I start now hearing over the radio that other members of our team have managed to push in that first doorway from part 1, and they've managed to make their way up the stairs.
They were pinned down quite heavily before.
At this moment in time, we weren't too sure on the radio signals in the building, and I wasn't 100% sure whether we were piggybacking an enemy frequency. I take the idea that this stairway is a bit too heavily guarded for just the three of us to get up, as there's at least two players on that inside of the door when you get up the stairs, and it's quite hard to sort up those stairs when the players have a good field of fire, especially when trying to get up from that corner. So what I decided to do is take me and the other two members of my team outside and back around up to that first doorway where we go up the stairs and try and get in via Bam's room.
Move.
We thought it was a better idea to go into the corridor where there was longer range engagements than to chance that staircase and him being on the corner. I try and tell my teammate there to hug the wall as he's coming across, but obviously he didn't see me. These are two guys from Team Sect. Their channel I will have linked down in the description. They're an ace bunch of guys who put up videos, as now all three of their squad members have cameras, and they're a pretty awesome load of guys to play with. Now we've managed to make it upstairs, took out a few wandering enemies in the other room, not too much, and now our team leader has come up. At first we don't realise that one of the rooms inside this room is actually one of the main objectives for the day, and inside is one of the first objectives we actually needed to gain before we could move on with the other objectives of the day.
That sounded like camp. Yeah. During that time, like camping, right?
Some of the marshals this day were actually playing as roleplay elements in the day. Most of them were armed, so it was pretty interesting to play. We decided to storm the room and gain this as a regen point, which saved us going back down to our CP to respawn. So the three take the room knowing that this asset is armed and he will fight back, so I stay in the room to try and protect their backs.
Get the team, move them in here. Move them in here. We've got an asset.
I try and get more team members into the room to try and help secure it, as I'm not too sure whether further down the room it is actually secure. But sadly, the team members don't want to do that, as the room over from us, they are receiving contact. As you can hear, one of the roleplay elements is a nuclear boffin for the day, and we had to negotiate using bonds, which were the money of the day, to gain him as an advantage. But obviously negotiations weren't going smoothly at first.
White team to all whites. We have taken Bamtroon, we have Cameron as an asset. We have the nuclear boffin.
Some of the team that I was on had radio, so it was just relayed that we had one of the assets obtained. And it gives a small morale boost that we actually have one of the main assets quite early in the day. So it was a good morale boost, and I thought I'd just relay it over the radio.
We've got the nuclear boffin now. Now we've got this. Who's on that? Attacking. What? No.
Right, we need to start getting some of these assets downstairs, Pete, right?
Yeah.
Try and relay to our team.
Bottle each, grab a bottle each.
One per
Grab a
person.
bottle, any bottle, just take it downstairs, not too much.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Along with the nuclear boffin being an asset, we had these small bottles that were also assets, which would gain us points throughout the day. One person was allowed one bottle each time. And as you can hear, the nuclear boffin wasn't too happy about us being a bit rougher than. As soon as we're out of that room, we receive contact further down the room.
Grab an asset now!
I try and get people into the room to get as many assets in case we do get taken out in this room. But as you'll have to wait until the next video to see if we get any more of those assets out of this room. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.